But Forrest, why don't you go live at the same time every day? Well, because I don't. Anyway, it's not important. I'm here going live. It's 11 o'clock. My goal is to go live either every morning at 9:15ish a.m. Central Standard Time or at 3:15 p.m. later in the day, depending on what's going on. But since I've sort of wrapped up the gold trades from yesterday, I just want to come in and sort of do a recap on that, just give some perspective on trading, let you know. Also on Thursdays at 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a free gold scalping class. If you'd like to get enrolled, or if you'd like to join, not enrolled, but if you'd like to join me in that, let me know. And we'll go through and show you. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you'd like to participate in taking these gold trades that are just just next level, there's just so many of them out there. I did a quick recap, I think it was yesterday, the day before, on just the results that we're getting from the different platforms in terms of trade signals, trade ideas, doing that all while we're learning how to trade. So whether you're trading gold or crypto or futures or options, stock options or whatever, there's a great opportunity by getting enrolled in the academy. Then, of course, just doing some really cool stuff on the side, sort of like scalping. Once you figure that out, right, you can make some pretty decent money just scalping US30. But again, there's some catches in there that you need to be aware of, right? You're not going to scalp US30 with a $500 live account. And anyway, I'm going to leave that right there. You need to have some money in the bank, and that's why you can do some other things, learn how to trade, make a little bit of money on the side. And then when you get enough money in your account, you can come in and scalp some US30. You might be able to do US30 with a $500 account on like a 0.01 lot size and be okay. You'd have to just practice on a demo account and see how it goes. So let's talk about gold, right? If you'd like to join me on Thursdays, 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to do how to scalp, how I see scalping for US30. And if you'd like to jump in that, for sure. While you make sure you send me a message on WhatsApp to remind me, because I'm going to get the link out there for everybody on that. So appreciate that. Yeah, and if you're on WhatsApp, just send me a message on WhatsApp, same phone number, 314-498-7688. Just shoot me a message on WhatsApp and say, hey, I want to attend, and I'll get you the special link for that event. It's gonna be every Thursday for a while. We'll see, right? We'll see. It's a couple of things you're gonna need to have set up. You're gonna have a broker account set up. You're gonna have your MetaTrader set up. I'm gonna trade on my phone. I don't trade on desktop MetaTrader. I trade on my phone. I scalp on my phone. And I know some people say you shouldn't do it, but I'm gonna show you how to do it on my phone. Right. So I'm gonna show you how to scalp on your phone. If you want to do that, I'm gonna show you to take a look at the chart. So you're gonna need TradingView. You're gonna need a broker account set up with a demo account, and you're going to need a phone set up. If you need help on setting any of that stuff up, you can simply go to simple4stepsystem.com, simple4stepsystem.com. The number 4 is the number 4. So it's simple4stepsystem.com. Go there. There's a video right at the top that shows you how to set up the broker. Very, very easy. It's one of the brokers that I use, shows you how to set up a demo account. You'll want to do that. If you're going to scalp US30, I'd recommend setting up a demo account of at least $2,500. So coming back to the gold, for what we've got going on with gold today, let me do a quick screen share here, put some stuff in perspective. Sometimes people look at something, well, I can't do that. Well, let me ask you this question. Can you set up a broker account? Yes, right? It's just like setting up a bank account. You go in and enter in your information, right? Can you put an app on your phone? Yes. Yes, thanks, Walia. Yep, that's it. That link should work. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll get the alternate, but that should work just fine. There's a video I just put right at the top that shows you how to set up your broker account. And there's some other links underneath to set up MetaTrader. Actually, get in. There's actually the link underneath the video and actually to go into that particular broker. If you have your own broker, go use that broker, right? So anyway, so jumping back in here, looking at this. First of all, I just want to show you some perspective. This is the 15-minute chart on gold. This is one that I usually look at. A lot of times I'll look at the higher time frames to see the overall trend, but there's a lot of money just in these smaller time frames. It's more of a scalping type kind of thing versus a long term. And I'm going to show you more of a swing trade idea that was also dropped out there with our Monera AI bot, which is freaking phenomenal, right? You got to know how to use that as well. So let's put some things in perspective time-wise, and we'll get into this stuff here. So just to give you a general idea, this trade, this move right here started on Monday at basically right around 7 o'clock-ish, and it ran all the way up till Monday morning around 8 o'clock. So it's about a 13-hour move right here, right? If you were paying attention, and if you would have got in this trade, I would have got in somewhere right here and opened this up. Of course, 8 o'clock at night, I'm not trading, but if you live on the other side of the planet, this would have been a good trade for you right here. I think it was about 130 pip move, so it's about $1,300 in this move at one lot size, right? At two lot size, 20. Anyway, there's a lot of money right there. I want to give you a general idea on just the movement of gold. This move here, right? Again, this is a move. This is Tuesday at 7 o'clock in the evening. Some tips. Monday, 7 o'clock in the evening. Tuesday, 7 o'clock in the evening. Monday, 7 o'clock in the evening, it made a nice move up. Tuesday at 7 o'clock in the evening, it made a nice move up. And we'll see what it does on Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the evening. Again, that's Central Standard Time, right? You'll have to figure out what time zone you're in. So it made a nice move up. And this is from 7 till about midnight, or actually till about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. This is about a 3-hour move, right there, right? 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's about a 3-hour move in gold. I want to come back and explain some of this other stuff here. And again, this is about a 2-hour move, so on and so forth. And this is the crazy stuff that just happened out of nowhere after the NVIDIA news came out. Now, there is some news coming out today at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. This news right here, this red folder, this FOMC news that's going to come out. And typically it says scheduled 8 times per year, 3 weeks after the federal funds rates announced. More hawkish than expected is good for currency. So we'll see, right? We'll see what the numbers, right? We'll see what the numbers go, whether they're green or red, in however this works out. So we'll see what happens. That news is going to happen here about 11, here in another 2 hours, depending again what time zone you're in. That news is going to make some bouncy bounce happen here. It's probably going to either just take off this way really quick and do something like it did here. We're going to talk about some zones in here. So let's get back to this. So let me zoom in. Zoom. So this is our trade from yesterday on the 20th, right at 10:36 a.m. This trade was dropped. The entry point was right about in this area right here. TP1 was right here, which is usually about 20 pips. I'm not going to get into that, but we know if you're trading 10 pips, for every 10 pips at a one lot size, you had $100. 20 pips would be $200 if you caught the whole trade. Got a stop loss in here and got entry. Now, here's the biggest challenge with these as a brand new person in mindset, right? When the trade is executed, I recommend that you simply hit execute on your phone, then come back in and hit enter TP1 and hit your stop loss, right? If you entered a smaller stop loss, you may have got stopped out. I track all of this stuff, and I'm going to come back to this here in a minute. I'm going to jump around here a little bit, but I want this all to connect. So this was the trade that was entered. It entered here. It went into a little bit of drawdown. It popped up into a little bit of positive, and it came down into a drawdown all the way down here to 48.9 pips. And created a I hear you, Gold. I hear you. What are we doing? All right, I see you. Okay, we're going to catch up to that here in a minute. Came all the way down here and did a drawdown to 48.9 pips. Now, there's a lot of negative dollars going on here depending on what lot size you have, right, in comparison to your account and so on and so forth. So if you have like a 2 lot size, 48 pip drawdown, that's $1,000, right, in drawdown. Depending, again, on your account size, it may not be relevant if you have a $20,000 account. That's a nice little move. But, again, it hung out here, and it came all the way back up. Now, you'll notice I said that I entered, and again, this is in the evening time, I entered a second trade in here because I looked at this. My MACD gave me a green light, as I call it, down here in the bottom. If you can't see it down here in the bottom, my MACD gave me a green light, right? My EMA crossed, right, giving me another green light. Pushed through this zone. I'm using Heikinaichi candles. This Heikinaichi candle broke above this funky little zone that's right here. I'm like, that would be a really nice entry. So I put in a 30 pip entry, being conservative, put in 30 pips, a couple of lots, and moved all the way back up to this zone here. So what is this zone up here, right, Forrest? What is this zone? This black line going through here is the high point from the previous high when it did that sort of freak out like 2 Tuesdays ago when it was up here and then it just went crashing and burning to the basement, right? And then it's been working its way back up, but it's coming back up to that high and it sort of stalled out, right? Stalled out right here, came back down, created another little zone here, popped back up, bounced off that zone again, came a little bit back down, popped back up in that zone again. So basically it's bouncing back and forth between these two zones. So up, down, up, and down. So anyway, coming back to this, caught this trade here, got another 30 pips. It went up and hit TP1. So on my spreadsheet, I put on here, right, the date, time, TP1 hit 53 times since October. TP drawdown in pips 48.9. It also went all the way to 30 pips at 48.9. 64 total trades, 11 losses, 53 wins, 83%. 30 pip wins, 77%. So I track this stuff because I want to know I want to know how to win. I don't want to know how to make money. So I created all that tracking stuff. Now, so we got all this stuff down, and basically what it means, it went all the way to 30 pips. 30 pips, it actually blew way past 30 pips. It came up here almost to, this is a 50 pip zone up here. So it got way up there. It went right past my 30 pip range, which is fine. Not going to get into that. It didn't hit TP2, so not going there. It actually came all the way back down and just stopped itself out at the 55 pip range. So if somebody was still in this trade trying to get to TP2, they probably just lost all of their dollars because it just broke the zone. Now, coming over that to talk about this, let me go out to my 1 hour, right? Let's scroll way down here. So this is the Monera AI bot entered a sell limit, right? Expecting gold to come up to this area here, this 2037 area, turn around and then take off into a sell, which this right here is $2,500, right? From this here to this here at one lot, that's $2,500. 2 lots is $5,000. 3 lots, $15,000 move. However, the bottom end of this zone, the bottom end of this entry zone, right, is right here, right? On the bottom side of this is 2031. As you can see, prices come up and bounced off. Prices come up and bounced off. I've got a Fibonacci pivot. Let me hide my drawings here. Where are they at? Hide drawings. So there's a Fibonacci right here, a Fibonacci pivot. I've also got my Lux Algor. Lux, how do I say that? Lux Algo. There we go. Lux Algo zone here for price to break through. If it breaks through here, it may come back up and hang out in this area just a little bit before it presses down here. And again, here's another zone right here. There's another zone right here that it come down to. So if I was a calculating person, if this price comes down here, maybe hovers around this area a little bit, it may run back down in here. There might be another 20 or 30 pip move in this area. Now coming back to turning back on my drawings, right? Where'd it go? Turning back on my drawings, right? This was the move that the Monera AI bot said. This was the lower part of the zone that it was expected price to come up in here, then turn around and sell down here. Well, it looks like it hit this bottom zone. So the next thing for it to do is to break through to here. So there's a pretty good chance if it does this, let me clear that. If it breaks through here, again, I'm using, got just a lot of crap on here. If I'm using this as a zone, as a resistance area, if my next candle comes down and breaks like through here, there's a pretty good chance it's going to run down in this area somewhere. So possible trade in there, maybe not. I've got some alerts set up. I want to watch it come through. I want to watch it actually come below my P and then head down here. And typically, like, you know, if I do Fibonacci's, it usually will come here and hang out, then bounce and do this, and then bounce and do this. And it may come down this way. That 1 o'clock news is going to be a big deal. So there may be some folks holding on to their money before they decide to jump into this for the 1 o'clock. Again, here's my 15-minute candle on that. Give a little bit better perspective on where it's at coming down here. And again, I track everything. Like the drawdown on this previous trade was 48, 55 pips. That's all this kind of stuff. I'm going to clear that out since I just did the video of it. So I don't need to deal with that anymore. But again, I'm curious to see where this Monero AI bot is going to hit. Is it going to go all the way up to the limit and turn around and come back down? Is it going to bounce off of this zone and then shoot back up this way and come down? I don't know. That's the cool thing about entering a sell limit. I think I said buy limit. The cool thing about entering a sell limit is that nothing is going to happen until it comes up and hits this price. That trade is not going to be activated. If it never gets up there, that trade's never activated. Price may just I've started here and start just running down, and then this trade over here sort of irrelevant. It doesn't mean that there's not money in here, right? It doesn't mean that if it does this, right? If it does something like that, that's basically 60 pips, 62 pips. You're still looking at one lot size, right? 62 pips at one lot. It's basically $620. If you do 2 lots, it's $1,240. So that's a nice move. And of course, you've got to set your stop loss and do that accordingly, depending on what kind of percentage you want to risk in your trading. So that would be something like this for my trade, but I want to wait till it gets here. So I'm going to set me an alert on my chart. Check chart, calculate, and I have a feeling I want to keep an eye on this because when that 1 o'clock news hits, I want to be around for that, right? I want to pay attention to that. So this is an alert. We'll see where price is going to get. Remember, these are 15-minute candles, so this is going to be about an hour probably if it keeps trending this way to see where it's going to go. It looks like it's going to come through this lowest zone here. It's going to break through all this price. The next candle breaks down in this area, then we're below that zone. So excited about that. I'm going to go in and clear off all of this other stuff, and then we'll start with some new trades moving forward. So that's a wrap on the most previous trade. Again, if you'd like to get enrolled into the classes to be able to take these trade signals, again, there's gold, there's Forex, there's Monero, there's the, and I went through them yesterday, there's the Plotos guys that do NAS, US30, oil, gold. Those are crazy trades. Again, those are big swing type kind of trades where they last over a couple of days. But if you can get into that type of mindset where, okay, I'm going to open up a trade on Monday, I'm just going to let it run till Thursday. And on Thursday, I open up my account and I just made a big fat stack. Very cool opportunity there. Again, past performance does not guarantee future results. If you're going to trade, make sure that you understand that you can lose money trading. Just like you can on anything else, you can lose money trading. There's no guarantees. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. The reason why we do sort of what we call back testing and looking at zones is to get a general idea. Gold may just come out and hang out in here and just do it for a while. We don't know, right? Again, we're not controlling this. This is the banks and the guys and the people with all the big money are controlling this. We don't know what US30 is going to do, right? We don't know what the US30 is going to do on that news that's going to come out, right? This is US30. We don't know what's going to happen on US30 on the news. We'll see, right? It's been on a big, huge downtrend here. This is the hour. If we go to the 4 hour, let me see on this. Let me clear up my Fibonacci's. Again, the 4 hours giving a little bit different perspective than the 1 hour. You see there's an overall uptrend here. We got to pop up and sort of did exactly the same thing gold did on that big move on Tuesday. Everything dropped down here. It came back up and it's entered this zone. So if you basically just sort of took this out of the picture and you did this, where's my arrow? God bless America. Trend line. Right? You can sort of just do this, right? Take this out of the mix, right? Again, there was a zone created here. You can see there's a zone right through here as well, right? There's sort of a zone running right through here. Price bounced off of that zone, came down, bounced off it again, bounced off it again, bounced up, came down, hit it up, and then it created a high up here. And again, there's a run coming down this way. So depending on that news at 1 o'clock, this may just go bam and come down into this zone down here. The only way we're going to know that is put some notes on it. If you're going to trade this type of trade on the US30, you come in and put some notes and say, I'm going to see if it's going to enter here. And the reason you do that, or you could open up a demo account, set your take profit down in here somewhere, do something like this and just say, I'm going to see at 1 o'clock what's going to happen to this, and just open this trade up and just set it up here. And this is just a learning exercise just to see what happens.
So you'd open up the trade, maybe set a sell limit right in here. And the whole point of that is just to see what happens, to see where it's going to go. That's a little bit crooked. So probably come more like something like this, right? And then do it on a demo account. Say, okay, I'm going to set in a sell limit. I'm going to set my entry right here. I'm going to set my take profit right here. I'm going to push the buttons and see what happens, right? And then you take notes like, okay, price did come down to this zone. It did hang out, and then it took off back this way. Or maybe price heard the news and took off that way and hit my stop loss. You're going to learn something by pushing the button and practicing on a demo account. So if you want to learn how to trade, get enrolled in the class, learn how to read charts, learn about supply and demand zones, support and resistance zones, whatever you want to call them, right? Learn about trends, find a couple of pairs that you like to trade and figure out how they dance, and then come and hang out with a really cool community of people that can help you share information and have conversations about the best moves, the best things. Because sometimes we'll see something, right? And we're looking through a lens like this. When we get a bigger view of a couple of other people looking at it, they might see something outside of that we're not seeing because we're looking through such a small portal. So I love you. I appreciate you. If you'd like to come and hang out with me on Thursday at 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time and learn how to scalp, shoot me a message, preferably on WhatsApp, 314-498-7688. Shoot me a message on WhatsApp. Say, hey, I want to be on the scalping class, and I'll get you the link for that. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. Smile. Right. Cool shirt, right? Smile. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators and help you make a lot of money. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.